Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to this channel and for this episode. From this episode, I am going to start a new series, machine learning with the TensorFlow. So in this video, we are going to see about what is machine learning. Before we get into in and out of machine learning, let us first understand what is traditional programming. Traditional programming is considered where it is limited. What are the limitations we have in traditional programming and why we need to go for ML? We'll see with some use cases. Traditional programming involves us writing rules and expressed in a programming language. There are multiple programming languages of that, like C Sharp, VB, Python, Java. These are programming language. By using those language, we need to write a code with the input as in data, so output will provide us an answer. So if you see this diagram here, the inputs are rules and data. The output will be the answer. So in this way, we have some limitations, like you will get the answer only for the scenarios that can be implemented in the logic. So for example, take this one as a scenarios. So here you have write a logic in order to find out if a person is walking or running. So if the speed is less than 4, then it will mean as the person is walking. If the speed is greater than 4, that it's running. In case if it is speed is greater than 12, then it says it's biking. So based upon this kind of logic, we can come to know the answers whether the what the person exactly is doing. But the current logic will work for all the scenarios. But when it comes to niche scenarios, like if I want to understand the person, if it is playing cricket or playing golf, then this logic won't work. So again, we have to rewrite a new logic in order to find out the person whether if it's if it's playing cricket or the globe, if it's playing golf. So this is where the machine learning play a wonders. Let us see what happen if you flick this diagram like something like this. So here, if you see, we need to give an answer as an input and data as an input. We'll output as a rule. So here, machine learning will define the rules for us. We don't need to define the rules. Based upon the input, like with the data and with the label, the machine learning will tell you the rules, what rules that we need to define. So this is we call it as a machine learning. Instead of writing a logic, here we need to collect the data, we need to label those data so the computer can figure out what rules or make one piece of data and a particular label, and another piece of data for a different label. For an example, this data will tell us the person is walking, this data will tell us the person is running, and this data will tell us the person is cycling, and this data will tell us the person is doing golf. Well, how we can detect those data, how we can gather those data? Well, there are things are available like sensors. So if they have wearable that those kind of sensors detect information such as heart rate, location, speed. But if we collect a lot of instance of this data while they're doing the different activities, we end up the scenario having the data. This is what looks like. This is what running looks like. So data will tell us the, the rules for us. So our as a programmer, our jobs will change. Instead of writing a logic, we need to gather the data and we need to match the data with those labels. So the machine learning will tell us the rules for us. So for that, we need a framework, right? Where the TensorFlow enters into the picture. By using the TensorFlow framework, we can write a program. So machine learning will can execute by using those framework, and it will give you the rules for us. In machine learning, there are a lot of fields out there. So if the machine learning can learn to see like a human, the field we call it as a computer vision. The machine can read a text like a human, then we call it as a natural language processing. As a human, we learn a new behaviors through a learning by example. In the same way, the machine will learn a new things through an data as an example. So that's all guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think you will understand what is traditional programming, what is machine learning, why we need to go for machine learning from the traditional programming. The next chapter we will see about what is TensorFlow, how we need to install the TensorFlow, everything we will see on the next session. I hope you guys like this episode. I love to hear from you guys. I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.